Hi, my name is Caoimhe. When you declared a climate emergency, I said that it was a step in the right direction. But despite your constant promises that it was a priority for you, it has taken you nearly 2.5 years to take the next step. And I could now go on to talk about the science again, tell you about the rising sea levels, the fires, the droughts across the world. I could tell you about the children whose futures are on the line. But to be honest, you know this, and so do I. It might not be happy to face, but we know what is going on. When the IPCC report came out, there was a sense of urgency because there was only 11 years. 2 years later, there is now only 9, but it seems that all that you have done is slow down. In January, you thanked us for holding your feet to the coals. You said you shared our passion and the words needed to be followed by action. But after 2.5 years, this is what you've given us. A climate strategy which reads like a manifesto. And we can't help but wonder if this sudden enthusiasm is linked to the upcoming election. And an action plan which is not fit for purpose. Your action plan is unclear and unambitious. Where are the clearly phased timelines or tangible targets? You haven't explained what emission reductions will be caused by individual actions and when this will be done by. Your baseline is from 2017, so how are we meant to believe that you are going to give us accurate annual progress reports? We understand that it might not be fully costed yet, but show us where the gaps are. It seems instead you have made no attempt. You've included terms like develop options in your action plan. This is the lack of detail where you have no clear plan, so we can't see what you're actually intending to do. In the section on transport, you talk mostly about electric vehicles rather than encouraging people to walk, cycle, and improving public transport in the borough. You talk about greener buildings rather than tackling the important issue of the widespread development and regeneration that is going on across the borough and thinking about the real climate impact of those developments. You then turn us to the citizens' jury, as if that is going to fix all of your problems. Might I remind you that you initially said there were going to be 5 starting in April. And even if we ignore that, what is the scope of this citizens' jury? What question will they be asked? How are they going to be informed and by who? And you will refer us to the oversight panel, which is not reassuring at all, because we don't know who's going to be on that. None of this is transparent. This is why Extinction Rebellion Southwark and 17 other community groups have written a letter response to your climate strategy and action plan, which I hope you have all had a chance to read. And the other thing that we talk about in that is the partnership steering group. How was it decided who was meant to be on that? And what are they actually meant to be doing? Because those people have not seen the plan. So what advice are we meant to be giving? How are we meant to input if we don't know what you're doing? There is a lot of people and expertise who want to help develop a good action plan that will tackle the climate crisis. There are people who will spend hours and their time going over your ideas, coming up with their own ideas, yet you don't tell us anything. You do this all individually without consulting with the community and then present to us a plan that is honestly just not good enough. So we've decided that we are all going to leave the partnership steering group unless it is reformed in a way that actually has an input and actually consults with the people in the community rather than just presenting to us a plan that we have never seen before. The last thing that we want is more delays. So we agree that you should adopt the strategy. But we ask that you reject the action plan and rewrite it better by October. Over the last 2.5 years, mistakes have been made. And you need to acknowledge that there have been mistakes and there have been delays. This has not gotten how you promised it would. But you need to step up, move forward, so that we can work together to tackle the climate crisis. Thank you.